Okay, this video is, you can consider this as an open letter to Barack Obama, Tony Hayward, anyone else involved with hopefully being part of the solution to the Gulf oil crisis, with all the millions and millions of gallons of oil that are leaking out into the Gulf and I guess potentially all around the world. I have what I believe is a workable solution, and I urge everyone who is watching this video right now, please forward this video to everybody you know. You got a choice. You can be part of the solution or you can be part of the problem. Sit on your butt and don't bother forwarding this video. If you think that this solution I have is a workable solution and you don't bother to make an effort to forward it, hopefully so that it'll get to somebody who can make a difference, then you're part of the problem. And conversely, if you do forward the video, it gets to the right people, maybe they'll actually implement this solution that I have, and that's what I'm hoping to accomplish with this video. So I'll take the camera at this point. Thank you. Okay, now I work as a heavy equipment operator and not an engineer, but I have a couple of concepts here that I think if they're married together will work. First, we have right here a really cool looking jet plane, and I'm going to pretend that that's an anatomically correct fuel whatever thing that sticks out of the front of the plane, and this is a fuel hose from a fuel tanker. Okay, so you got your little funnel deal right here. Okay, the plane flies up behind it, sticks in there, gets fueled up. Now, as a heavy equipment operator, sometime I'm digging main line, okay, and we're either installing water mains or sewer pipes or whatever. Okay, you got your pipe right here, and right here you have what's called a bell. On the bell end of the pipe, it's flared out so that the inside diameter of the bell is equal to the outside diameter of the other end of the pipe, which is then pushed in and inserted, kind of like this little arrow. This whole pipe gets pushed into the bell end on this pipe, which is already in the ground. Okay, that gets pushed in, another section gets pushed in, and basically that's how you build your sewer main or your water main or whatever that services your city services. Now, I think that this concept is relevant here. Now, I'm going to, just bear with me, I'm not an artist. Now right here you've got the, that's water. Okay, we'll pretend it's water. And right here is the ocean floor. Okay. Now this is a little gizmo here that I won't say I invented it, but it kind of, just from different stuff I've been reading on the internet, I thought, you know what, I got an idea here that I think might work. Down here at the bottom you've got your broken oil pipe. Got all your oil coming out, and it's going all the way up to the surface of the ocean and then spreading along the Gulf Stream or whatever it's called. Okay, now what if we were to take this concept of the bell end of a pipe, make it into a big inverted funnel, okay, and we drop it down from a ship via cable right over top of the pipe. Okay, now here's how it works. Up at the top of our funnel we've got a valve. Now because we've got a funnel shaped base on this containment unit with a wide platform going all around it in a circular fashion. This platform, I'll explain what it's for in a minute, but part of it's just for stability to keep it level when it's inserted over top of when it's laid down over top of the pipe. But the other part is it's got a funnel shaped opening on the inside, okay, because let's say you're trying to drop it down over the pipe, it doesn't land exactly center. So because it's got a funnel shape, when that funnel hits the pipe, it'll slide down and it'll keep it centered as it rides down onto the pipe. So the pipe basically comes up inside of the funnel, and then it bottoms out right here where we've got the end of our bell, okay? Now I'm going to assume that this pipe is broken, it's not a clean break or a clean cut or whatever, but hopefully this will contain like 90%, maybe 99% of the oil, okay? And while this is dropped down, this valve is left open so that as this funnel drops down over the pipe, the oil continues to go up through the middle of the funnel, up to the surface, right? Meanwhile, when this is bottomed out, the pipe hits right here. It bottoms out against a little seal, right? Like the funnel narrows and it becomes straight, like the inside of a bell end on a pipe, and then it bottoms out right here. Okay, right where that little dotted line is basically the end of it. Now I'll move over Here's our ship. Here's our cable with a hook holding the whole thing. And here's what it looks like when it's down on the ocean floor, okay? Here's the broken pipe. Here's the inside of the funnel. And there's our little bit of what would be the equivalent of the bell end of a pipe, just like we have up here, okay? So this represents the same as the broken oil pipe at the bottom of the ocean, and this little bell represents the inside of our funnel. So as this whole unit slides down, you know, making itself straight as it goes down because of the inside is shaped like a funnel, and it bottoms out right on top of the pipe, okay? Meanwhile, this valve is still open, so we would still have our oil spewing up, okay, but at least this thing is sitting down. We know that the end of this pipe is contained, and if we make the end of this this bell long enough, like maybe several feet long, this let's not pretend that this picture is the scale. I'm not making any pretense of it being to any scale, okay? This could be 6 inches long in here, this could be 6 feet long. What matters is that the whole thing slides down over top of the pipe and more or less seals the end of the pipe. You could even have like the inside of this lined with some kind of rubber goopy substance or something, or maybe a pressure clamp that could be remotely operated to clamp the outside of the pipe. But the main idea is that this is securely fixed inside of this containment unit. The next step is to take concrete blocks or whatever, I don't know, whatever you use. I'm used to working with concrete lock blocks, those big square concrete blocks you see on the side of some highway projects, right? You could place several hundred tons of them all the way around this whole unit, all the way around. So you got maybe, sorry I'm shaking the camera there, you've got maybe 300 or 400 tons of concrete blocks holding this whole thing down. So you know you've got enough weight on it so that the oil pressure cannot lift this whole unit off. Okay, then you shut the valve, and as far as I can tell from this kind of a unit, you would effectively stop your oil leak. And I think you could build this thing pretty much with off-the-shelf parts. I'm not going to pretend you could maybe just whip one up in a day or two, but inside of a week I don't see any reason why you folks at British Petroleum or the government or whoever couldn't fabricate some kind of a unit like what I've just described in a machine shop. You already know what the dimensions are of your pipe that you have on the ocean surface, I'm sure, and drop the whole thing down by cable. It sits down there on its own weight, and there you have it. Now I hate to sound cynical, but so this is your opportunity to come back to me with all the reasons why you think this idea won't work, rather than at least giving it a shot instead of letting it sit for the next 2 or 3 months while all of your engineers try to come up with something that might work. I challenge you guys, see if you can make this work. You know, you'll be saving a lot more oil than what's going out into the ocean, thereby you'll be increasing your profits, and so for you guys at least that should be a good enough reason to get it done, right? And as I said to the rest of you, please forward this video to everybody you know, and if you know people in high places and you know who to forward this kind of stuff to, because I don't know who, see if you can get this idea out there, because that may very well work right there. Simple little idea, but you know what, it's so simple it might just work, okay? There it is.